Building Aladdin in DC20 Beta 0.8. But first, why DC20? It's the prime modifier. You can make Aladdin that charisma monk we've always wanted him to be. Martials are great again. Aladdin's one swing ahead of the sword. It's customizable, his ancestry, his weapons, and so much more. Honestly, what would you wish for? And finally, it's better than D&D, especially D&D 2024. It just blows it out of the water. It's the evolution we all wanted, and frankly, it's a whole new world, guys. Play DC20, it's way better. Next, step 1 in making your character in DC20, you gotta choose your class. So use the Pup and Suds, link in the description. Class chooser, we're gonna be a weapons person with some skills, some support, and he's gonna be unarmored with no shield. That's Aladdin, folks. He's a monk. Moving on, he's going to have 4 maneuvers from his class. The first one's going to be sidestep. He can dodge it all. Then he's going to be able to parry with the bread, trip some of those guards, and taunt Jafar until turning him into a genie. His class features, he gains some stamina back on attacks, and he has Iron Palm and some higher defense. But what we really care about is Step of the Wind. He's fast. His Gazelle stance lets him go and ignore difficult terrain. And his wolf stance lets him move, and you can switch between gazelle and wolf stance with the monk features. It's awesome. Alright, his ancestry, he's a human. He's got an extra attribute point. He's basically unkillable with unbreakable and undying, and he's an expert at something. So what are his attributes? A -1, he gets that human ancestry helping him equal out his agility and his charisma. And his charisma, let's be honest, that's his highest. Do you trust me? Finally, his intelligence is 0, but that translates to his skills coming up here soon. On his saves, we're going to give him agility and intelligence. He's 1 jump ahead of the breadline, 2 hard to hit, and he can show you the world. Alright, his background, he's going to get those 5 starting skill points, no penalties from intelligence. He's going to get 3 trades and 2 language points, and an extra expertise with his ancestry. So we're going to put that expertise into acrobatics for a 7. We're going to get 5 into trickery, 5 into stealth, 5 into animal, and 5 into influence. The animal, that's why he has Abu. That's why he's good with Iago down the line. That's why he's good with all the animals. And his influence, he can get a princess to date him, can't he? But how's he do that? He disguises himself as a prince. So you got to have a disguise kit. He knows how to be a diamond in the rough. That's a jeweler. And finally, he can sing, he can dance, he can do it all. That's theater. He speaks human. Keep it simple there. And we'll see where it goes from here. Alright, if you like me, you like my homebrew stuff, and so he will be an Urchin in my homebrew. He starts with a little bit of a feature ability here, which is just a little snack guy, where he'll get advantage on agility checks for 1 minute after stealing food. He, as an Urchin, starts with no money, but good at pickpocketing, and once you get 10 gold and 3 inspiration points, you might be able to upgrade to something like a lord, and then you have more gold, and you can finally become that prince you were always trying to be. My background system is a video coming soon, so pay attention and stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to see it. Alright, now let's do some math. His hit points, 6, plus his character level of 1, plus his might, which is a -1, plus he gets a bonus hit point for being a monk. That's a 7. His grip points are 2 plus 3. His 3 is for his charisma. Alright, his stamina points, he gets that 1 for being a monk, and no mana. Then we got his physical defense at 14, his mystical defense at 14. Some complicated math here. Let's add it up. 8 plus his combat mastery of 1, plus his agility of 3, plus his monk extra defense of 2. And on the mystical side, 8 plus his combat mastery of 1, plus his charisma 3, plus his intelligence 0, plus his monk defense 2. Alright, that's for monks only, folks. Alright, next we got modifiers. His move speed's 5, his jump distance is 3. He can't throw, but if he's a gazelle, he can go even faster and jump even farther. His attack's 4, his save DC is 14, and his acrobatics being a 7 brings his martial check up there as well. He's going to have a scimitar. It's a versatile and an impact weapon, so he's going to get extra 2 to hits when using 2 arms, and if he gets those heavy hits, he's going to do some damage. His Iron Palm acts as a secondary weapon whenever he wants to dual wield. And then he's going to have Abu, a pet, a new system I'm coming up with. For simplicity, Abu's like a familiar. He has his own hit point pool and will die if he's left alone. He's got low armor and low mental defense, but we're working towards him. So here's a quick stat block for Abu. His physical defense is 11, his mental defense is 7. He's got agility of 2, but only 1 hit point. Luckily, if he shares the same space as Aladdin, he can't get targeted by an attack. Alright, He's got a very small level claw attack that does 1 slashing damage, but he's dual wielding them as well. And the great thing about pets versus familiars is pets don't hurt your MCP and they don't hurt your health penalty, but they do share your attack points, action points. All right. Going back to the inventory here, he's got a Fez, he's got a Abu on his mantle. Pets take an inventory slot, remember that, folks. He's got a Scimitar and Iron Palm, and then I've added these background quests. Like I said, background system's coming soon, but you got to complete the background quest to get the inspiration points, and then you can level up in your background. Alright, so here's your 4 AP combo for Aladdin that's going to do the best you can do in a turn. You're going to feint with that trickery he's really good at. You can then hit him with an Iron Palm, get some SP back after using your SP to parry and sidestep and not get hit. That's going to do 2 damage. Then you're going to trip the pokes using your stamina for the extra trip. That's going to knock him prone. Then you're going to add your Scimitar attack. It's going to apply the 2 to hit, most likely get it, and with advantage, because you're most likely getting a heavy hit. You'll get back your stamina. You'll do 2 damage at least from the weapon style at the prone exposing condition come into play. So that's going to be 4 damage per turn very easily, and you're going to knock your enemy prone. That's very Aladdin, dipping and dodging, feinting and attacking. That's your best turn. If you move, do the last 3 actions. If you move twice, I don't know, do the last 2. Those are your 4 action combos. Alright, level 2. At level 2, you're going to get Flurry of Blows. You're really upping your damage count with stamina at that point. You're also going to get key points, so you can get an extra pool of points to spend that are like stamina, and you'll oscillate back and forth between your key and your stamina. But I really want to emphasize for Aladdin that's not a normal monk thing is this slow fall. You're going to have a magic carpet helping you with your slow fall. It's flavor, it's free. Use it. So you get a magic carpet as soon as you get level 2. Think about it that way. Alright, so here's some more homebrew for you. You can at level 2 in rules as written take a talent from another class. So we're going to take a talent from the Warlock class. Aladdin's going to turn into a Genie Warlock down the line. And he's going to start with a Pact Familiar. In my homebrew, you can use a Pact Familiar spell, or the Familiar spell in general, to enhance your own pets. And so you start off with Abu, but you can turn him into an elephant, giving him familiar attack, which gives him a giant stomp and a trunk spray, doing quite a bit more damage, and it turns his size to large, so he starts to become a large creature that you can ride. Now, that's Abu the elephant, still with 1 hit point, so keep that in mind. He's not that strong, and he will die, but maybe if you're standing on the same space as him, he can't get targeted. Alright, and then here's another quick talent swap idea. I like this for some of my homebrew systems. You can swap any talent you want, especially flavor features, so swap out the Monk Meditation feature for the Beseech Patron feature, and call your genie whenever you need help. That's what it is, folks. It's the lamp. It's the magic lamp. You needed it, you wanted it. That's your talent swap. So that's Aladdin. Links in the description. Please subscribe if you like this type of stuff. I'll be making a lot more characters. I'll be doing a lot more modules, conversions, and I'll be doing a lot more homebrew for DC20 to make it the best game and way better than D&D. Thank you guys.